Princess Désirée, the beloved sister of King Carl XVI Gustaf, has passed away at the age of 87, and now attention is turning toward her final farewell. Today, we are going to talk about Princess Désirée's funeral, and the reason this update is getting so much attention is because royal farewells are never ordinary. They are planned with tradition, strict privacy, and strong symbolism, and in some cases the public also asks one big question: will there be an open casket funeral, or will everything remain completely private? So in this report, we are going to look at what is confirmed so far about Princess Désirée's passing, why her goodbye matters to the Swedish royal family, what kind of funeral format could happen, and what people should expect next as the royal court prepares for her final farewell. Princess Désirée, Baroness Silfverskjold, was the elder sister of Sweden's King Carl XVI Gustaf, and her death has placed the entire Swedish royal family into official mourning. The royal court announced that she passed away on January 21, 2026 at the age of 87. The announcement stated that she died peacefully at her home at Coburg in Västergötland, surrounded by her family. That detail immediately explains why the mood around this story is not dramatic but deeply respectful. The royal family did not frame it as a sudden public shock or a chaotic situation. It was presented as a quiet and dignified passing, and that tone matters because it often reflects how the farewell itself will be handled. Following the announcement, King Carl XVI Gustaf released a public statement confirming the loss. He spoke about receiving the news with great sadness and shared that many warm family memories were created in the Silfverskjold family home in Västergötland, a place that meant a great deal to his sister. He also sent condolences to Princess Désirée's children and their families. This statement is important because it shows the focus is on family, private grief, and long personal memories rather than royal spectacle. It also reminds people that while Princess Désirée was born into royal life, she was also a sister, a mother, and a person who spent many years away from the spotlight. Princess Désirée was widely known to the public as one of the Haga princesses, a group that included her sisters Princess Margaretha, Princess Birgitta, and Princess Christina. They grew up at Haga Palace outside Stockholm, and their childhood became part of Sweden's royal history. Even as Europe faced difficult war years, the royal family tried to live with discipline and responsibility, and reports describe the Haga family life as more simple than people might expect. These details are being repeated now because when a royal passes away, the public doesn't only look at titles. They look at the full life story, the traditions, and the identity the person represented. Princess Désirée's life also carried a unique shift that many people still find interesting. In 1964, she married Baron Nicholas Silfverskjold, an aristocrat and landowner who was not royal. After that marriage, she lost her position as a Swedish princess with the styling of Her Royal Highness, which was tied to the rules at the time. Still, she continued to use princess as a courtesy title and became officially known as Princess Désirée, Baroness Silfverskjold. This is one of the key reasons why her farewell is being watched closely. She belonged to royal history, but she also chose a life that was more private and less public-facing compared to working royals. Over time, Princess Désirée became known for staying out of the spotlight. She was not the kind of royal who constantly appeared in the media, and she did not build her identity on public attention. Even in later years, she spoke about finding fulfillment in being a wife and mother, saying she did not attach much importance to her princessship. Her husband passed away in 2017, and she continued living at Coburg Castle in Västergötland. This quiet lifestyle is one of the biggest clues about the kind of funeral she may have. When someone lives privately, their family often chooses a farewell that protects that privacy, even if they are part of a major royal family. Princess Désirée is survived by her 3 children and their families. Those children are Baron Carl Otto Edmund Silfverskjold, Baroness Christina Louise Ua Madeline Silfverskjold, and Baroness Helene Ingeborg Sibylla Silfverskjold. She also leaves behind her brother King Carl XVI Gustaf, her 2 living sisters, and extended royal relatives across Europe. This matters because in royal funerals, attendance and representation are shaped not only by closeness, but also by tradition. Even if the funeral is private, the royal family will still mark the passing formally, and the public will likely see signs of mourning through official actions. One of the confirmed visible details already is that flags at Drottningholm Palace and Haga Palace were ordered to fly at half-mast in her honor. In royal tradition, this is not done casually. It is a public sign of mourning and respect, and it confirms the palace is treating her passing as a serious moment for Sweden's royal family. It also signals that there will likely be a formal royal farewell at a later date, even if the service itself is held in a private setting. Now, many people online have been using the phrase open casket funeral, and it's important to be careful with that. The Swedish royal court has not confirmed any open casket arrangements, and in modern royal ceremonies, especially in Europe, details like that are rarely shared publicly. Royal funerals are usually handled with strong privacy rules, and the public often sees only the official ceremonies, not private family moments. So when people search for open casket, what they are really trying to understand is whether the public will be allowed to see the final goodbye in any form, or whether this will remain fully closed and family only. What can be said is that a funeral for a royal family member often includes several layers. There may be a private family service, followed by a formal Thanksgiving service or memorial. In some cases, royals may attend in official roles, and there may be court announcements about the location, timing, and rules for attendance. Because Princess Désirée was not a working royal in recent years, the farewell may be less public than funerals for monarchs or heirs. But it will still carry meaning and formality because she was the king's sister and part of the famous Haga generation. Another reason this farewell is being watched closely is because Princess Désirée's connections spread beyond Sweden. She was a first cousin of Queen Margaret II of Denmark through family ties, and she was part of Europe's wider royal network. She was also, historically, listed in the British line of succession due to ancestry linked to Queen Victoria's descendants. These details highlight the level of royal history connected to her name, and that is why international royal watchers are paying attention and waiting for funeral confirmation. Still, it's also important to remember the identity Princess Désirée built for herself. She attended certain major family royal occasions over the years, including Crown Princess Victoria's wedding in 2010, Princess Madeleine's wedding in 2013, and Victoria's 40th birthday celebrations in 2017. She was also known to occasionally attend events around the Nobel Prize ceremony, but she was never someone who lived for constant public appearances. Her life was defined by stepping back, protecting her privacy, and focusing on her family. That makes it likely that her farewell will reflect the same values. Right now, the clearest confirmed information is her passing on January 21, 2026 at Coburg in Västergötland, surrounded by family and the king's official statement of mourning. The court has also indicated that a funeral is expected to be held at a later date. However, there is currently no confirmed public funeral schedule, no announced service location, and no official details about whether any part will be open to the public. As soon as the Swedish royal court releases a formal funeral update, including the confirmed plans and any public arrangements, we will share it immediately.